and embarrassing way to die. Well, hello, my name is Kemi and welcome to my channel. I discuss all things home, which is currently San Pedro, Belize, and all things away, which is travel. Yay! And in today's video, I'm going to be telling you 5 things to do in Belize or in San Pedro while you're here. The first thing you have to do while in San Pedro is you have to go snorkeling. That's what it's known for. The waters in San Pedro are very blue, very crystal clear, very calm, and most of the time very shallow. It was such a wonderful experience going snorkeling. I went to the Chan Marine Reserve. I highly recommend Amigos del Mar snorkeling.
I want to start off by introducing myself. I am George and I will be your captain and tour guide for today, alright? Alongside me helping us, tour guide as well, we have Chris, alright?
It was about a 3-hour snorkel trip for, I believe it was $40 US. Oh no, it was $50 US. So it was $40 for the actual experience and $10 for the park fee because it is a reserve. We saw so much wildlife. There were turtles, there were corals, there were stingrays, there were sharks. Yes, there were sharks, and it was so amazing. The water in Belize is so clear. I cannot understand how clear the water is in Belize, and it's just there. It's literally just like clear and there all the time. There's a lot of seaweed, but again, we are in seaweed season. Also, this, like, I don't know what you would expect if there was no seaweed. One thing I would say about the water, and this one is especially for my ladies, my gal them, do not shave before you enter the water. Just don't shave, don't do it. That water is salty, and if you know, you know. So that's the first thing I would recommend. The next thing I recommend while in San Pedro is eating all the wonderful, delicious seafood. We have ceviche, we have octopus, we have lobster, there's shrimp. The seafood is always fresh, always good, always delicious, and it is amazing. It is highly amazing. I would recommend trying some of the local delicacies like ceviche. If you want something more upscale, warangumas as well as Aldi serve really like upscale like seafood, but most of the time the street food that they have, sometimes they have pupasa stuffed with shrimp, and honestly I'm obsessed. Fish tacos, so good. You can eat in Belize either expensively or cheaply depending on where you go. I would suggest eating like the locals. This is my $1 coffee that I'm having right now. Literally it is $1. It's $2 Belize to $1 US. Most of the times those restaurants that are hole in the wall are the best. The local ones, when you see locals lining up for the food, just know it's good. I had one of the best burritos that I've ever had in my life for like $2 US, and it was so good and so fresh. I think most of the local restaurants open at night, so starting from 6 p.m. it's really good, really delicious. So yeah, try the food here. We have rice and beans. That's like the food everybody agrees on, rice and beans and stewed chicken. So I would 100% recommend it. One food that I tried that I've never tried anywhere else that is Belizean is the fried jacks. They are these like stuffed like fried dough of like, I had the pork and cheese because that's what people recommended. So the pork and cheese fried jacks were splendid and they were amazing. I would also recommend if you're a huge juice person, all their fruit juices are so fresh and so good and so delicious. So yeah, try the food in Belize while you're here. So the third thing I would recommend if you're here is go to Secret Beach or Not So Secret Beach. Honestly, everybody knows about that beach. It is this wonderful like strip line of beaches that is about 30 minutes from Ambergris Cay. You just rent a golf cart and you drive all the way down. I made 4 friends in my hostel and we just rented a golf cart and drove down. Instead, the golf cart would have been, if we didn't rent the golf cart together, it would have been like $60 for the golf cart for one person. But between 5 people, we split it and we had such an amazing day. We swam, we saw a lot of coral, a lot of fishes. It was so beautiful. They have like beach clubs along the coast. The food there is a bit overpriced, but again, it's a beach club. It was wonderful. I would highly recommend just swimming, just snorkeling. Oh, and that's the other thing I would say while in Belize. Make sure you bring some snorkeling gear. The water is very salty. You wouldn't be able to put your head inside the water otherwise, and things are so clear that your snorkeling glasses will always see clear things. So I brought my snorkeling glasses and that really helped. Fourth thing I would suggest while in San Pedro is to go out to San Pedro at night. San Pedro at night is incredibly safe. I have walked in corrals all night. I've just walked on the street. The only thing you need to watch out for is the golf carts. Honestly, that's the only like unsafe thing. But imagine dying by golf cart. That's like an embarrassing way to die. But San Pedro at night is very, very safe. I'll be sharing another video about like nightlife in San Pedro shortly. About the nightlife, there isn't really much because people don't like club or party on the island, I think, which is fine by me because I'm very much a very daytime, chill, relaxed person. However, one place I would recommend going at night is Palapas. It's a beach house a house in the middle of the water. A hut that is a bar in the middle of the water. That's what it is. I don't know how to explain it, but it's very nice. They have live music 6 to 9 every single night. The ceviche is good, the food is good, and it's just really great and chill vibes. They also have like a swim up area and a pool area where if you wanted to swim at night, you could. But yeah, that's what I would suggest. I would also suggest going to the town square and just seeing all the nice food vendors that come out tonight to grill. There are people barbecuing, there are people grilling, and just walk around. It really see a lot of people going out clubbing. I'm sure there are clubs on the island. I'm sure they're like, I've heard about the casinos, but I've never been. But I'm sure there are places like that on the island or like super close to it. The last thing I recommend you do while in San Pedro is to do exactly what I'm doing right now, which is basically just walking everywhere. San Pedro is very, very walkable. I've spotted a lot of dogs. It's a very dog-friendly island. I spotted a lot of people and just met really great, awesome locals here, which is, had really amazing sunsets and really amazing sunrises, and the buildings are so aesthetically pleasing and aesthetically like painted. I don't know why we paint our houses in Canada very black colors, but the houses here are beautiful. And the one thing I love about it is no matter where you go, the ocean is literally right there. Right there. I think a bunch of people are going diving right now, but yeah, the ocean is just right there. Okay. Wow, that was hard.